All right, this is one of the favorite rides. It's Highway 297 headed toward Elk Valley. It's about 5-6 miles off of I-75, exit 141, Huntsville, not exit. Pioneer Post Office is where you go down in there at. I don't know, it's probably about 15 miles long.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got some sweet turns in it. Beautiful scenery.
Couple straightaways, but not enough to get bored riding.
Yeah, it's good. Speed up there is 45 for the most part. And you speed it up a little quicker than that, of course. But for the most part, the road's smooth.
Yeah.
There's a couple places, like with all highways, it seems like, after you come after winter, there's some new places that's bored out in it, but for the most part, it's a very smooth road. It ends in Jellicoe, Tennessee, and that is it ends real close to I-75 if you want to get on there. Or a lot of times, what we'll do is head straight on all the way through and go down 25W, which will go into La Follette, Tennessee, or you can go from Jellicoe, about 8 miles or so, and there's a Highway 90 that'll turn you left and then go over to Clearfield, and that comes out in Millsboro, Kentucky. That's a whole another venture we plan on getting into soon. It's an awesome ride. As you're coming down through here, you fix to come into a couple turns. Last winter, there was a real dip in the road. It went down. The road kind of sinking. So I went through there with caution. Well, they paved it, and I didn't know how to take the pavement. So we're fixing to come on here just in a couple turns, and you'll see what I mean. I didn't know how to trust this pavement, so I backed it down pretty good. Right in here. There you see how it turns dark. Yeah, it got a little bit rough through there. I wasn't for sure about how loose the pavement was or not. But it wasn't all that bad. It didn't seem to be. Some beautiful sweeping turns on this road. I like going back the other way. Riding it better for some reason, going back that way, but still it's a fun road to ride. Remember the date that this was taken on, but it was in early May 3rd, something like that. I think it was,
May 1st, wasn't it?
it was May the 1st, sure enough.
First day of
Saturday.
May.
It was on Saturday, yep. May the 1st. So then you come up these little straightaways here, and like I said, if you want to turn on some speed right through here, of course you could, but we just kind of took our time. I don't know. We might have been 50, 55 through here. I don't remember. But really, that I can't think of any curves through here that really sneak up on you, though. Of course, I rode it a lot. This is a lot of times our way out to get somewhere, but no big hairpins that I can think of that just jump up and smack you in the face. But when you're down here in the valley, of course it's a little more straight, and then you'll come out of the valley. So whooping hills, and we'll go up the little mountain range. Like I said, beautiful scenery. Of course, the camera don't show a lot of the scenery, it just shows what's going straight ahead. But off to your right here would be a big mountain range. It's real pretty. Off the top of my head, I don't know the name of that mountain. That's right there on the left is Stanfield Baptist Church. Getting ready to kind of come into some turn and whatnot. We come into a little town here just a little bit called Newcomb. And that would be the only hairpin.
Oh yeah, I think the tracks.
Yeah, I think it says 20 mile an hour. We'll get there, and it's more like an L. You know, it's not a turn. It's almost a. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, I'd hate to pull a trailer or something through there.
On that turn there would be one tight. No, they did. There used to be a grocery store down there. You know, they got hauled in stuff. You know, through that road. So it can be done, but it is a little tight. Kind of see the mountain range to your right there a little bit. You got them on the left too some. But, like I said, if you've never been on this road, I think you'll enjoy it. It's a fun ride. That's probably one of my favorite roads to ride. Of course, I said that before, but you get on up the road there off of 25 on 90. That's my wife's favorite road. I didn't know that for a long time. She don't like to stop on it, but she said it's her favorite road to ride. It's got some hairpin turns and switchbacks and a little of everything. It's up there, you got to watch a mine coal up there. A lot of times you get some loose gravel. Try not to ride it at night too much, but although the day this was probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. We came back over 90, and it was about 9 that night, or later.
Oh, it was about 10 a little while.
It was just dark, and I was reluctant to go across it. It's dark, but yeah, we made it all right. Didn't hit any loose gravel that I recall. There's a couple rough spots in the road that I hadn't. Well, they wasn't there before. There now. But then we came back up this way here that night. Does it get a little bit chilly in this valley too? It tends to get chilly. Especially if it's been a hot day and you've been in the sun all day, when you hit that at nighttime, it'll.
Oh yeah,
It's a little chilly. All right, we'll join. You'll go into Newcomb. when you go through Elk Valley, Newcomb and Newcomb, a little bit of history on Newcomb is formed in the 19th century as a location of a railroad station on the Knoxville and Ohio Railroad. It's a part of the Southern Railroad, and the post office was established in 1883. So they're pretty old little towns.
And from what I understand, to be an actual town or whatever, you have to have a post office.
Right.
So I guess officially in 1883 is when they became a town.
Yeah, Yep. So that was formed before then. So after that, of course, you run into Jellicoe, and there's a lot of little places in between all these. And just to be honest with you, not really familiar with them. It's kind of a semi-local place. I actually got some family that lives down there, but all these mountain ranges and stuff, of course, have names.
Yeah.
And I'm not really up to date on all those names through there. As far as history of Jellicoe, this runs into Jellicoe. We stopped the ride there at the first red light in Jellicoe. History on Jellicoe. The name Jellicoe is a local alteration of Angelica, the name of a herb that grows in abundance in the surrounding mountains. The name was first applied to the mountains to the west and to the mountain's main drainage, Jellicoe Creek, which passes 5 miles west of the city of Jellicoe and empties into the Cumberland River near Williamsburg, Kentucky. And speaking of that, if there's an additional ride, of course, I'm going down 25W, goes along that river, and it'll take you into Holland, Tennessee. And along that river, it seems like in the summertime, it's real cool through there. So
yeah, it's a nice ride when it's real hot weather out.
And there's some military history on those railroad tracks as well.
Well, I think back in 1906, they had a railroad car full of dynamite explode.
That's it.
Killed about 8 people and destroyed part of the town.
There's a memorial down there too. I know where it's at, but it's if you don't know where it's at, you'll miss it. I'll put it that way. That's right. It's some beautiful country.
And then they had back in 1944, they had a train carrying military personnel derailed on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one the memorial set up for. I was thinking bombing those that
yeah.
Yep. There's some neat history in there. And, feel free to look it up and whatnot. Like I said, this road here is one of my very favorite roads to ride as far as being, especially putting it close to home. We ride it quite often to get a lot of other adventures. And there's a couple little rough spots in the road. That's with everywhere you go, Will.
Oh yeah, and it seems like over the last year or so, there's not really been that much maintenance done to the roads anywhere we rode.
That's true.
And some of the bridges are like, it's just beat your shocks off.
Yeah. The entrance to a bridge, usually my wife's with me. If she don't see it, I do it anyway, I'll bump her knee 3 times, her left knee, to let her know we're fixing to bump into something. When we see a bridge, I see a bridge coming. And a lot of times, more often than not, it's a pretty good lick. So that's the bridges we deal with right now.
Alright, so we're going to be quiet and let you just enjoy the rest of the video. And if you like this, stay tuned. We've got a lot more rides planned for this summer. We're hopefully going to have a lot more stuff posted for y'all.
Thank you all.